Hello, YouTube family. Well, after days and days of oppressive heat, humidity, and rain, we're going to get ourselves out into the garden and get a number of things taken care of. But specifically, as the title of our video says, we're going to harvest our onions. So we'll take you out there. We'll show you how to tell when your onions are all done and ready to pull. And then how, for at least now the second year in a row, we're going to be curing our onions. So let's go ahead and head out to the garden. This is how you tell when your onions are done. Now, we are hoping that our onions have not rotted in the ground. Ideally, you want to, when the tops fall over, you want to give it a couple of days of dry weather. Do not water them. Pull them out of the ground. That way it will help them cure and shed off some of that moisture that fights against them preserving or storing longer. I'm hoping that these haven't gotten soft and we haven't lost a lot of them. But again, there was nothing we could do. About the time it was for us to pull these onions, we just had rain after rain after rain after rain, day after day, and it was heavy rains. So let me set this up on a camera. We'll get these pulled, and hopefully we have most of our onions, if not all of our onions, are still okay. All right, so we've got them pulled all out of the ground, and man, we are happy. We only had one that was soft, that was malformed. I threw it back towards the compost pile, and this is one of those large storage containers. I'm not sure how many gallon storage container that is to give you kind of an idea. The label's not on it anymore. That's what, maybe a 35 gallon storage container. But what we're gonna do now is take these to our back shed and get these set up to cure. We did this last year in our garage, but we still have garlic curing in the garage. So we're running out of space, and we're gonna do this in our back shed. So let me go ahead and take us back there, and I'll show you what we're going to do. What we simply do is we take scrap pieces of wood. These are just pieces that have been shaved off the edge of a 2x4. And we put them on a set of old sawhorses. These are plastic sawhorses that we got from Harbor Freight several years ago, and they're about at the end of their life. But it's going to work for us, because what we're going to do is we're going to drop our onions upside down in between each one of the slits. Now, I will put a screw from here into here to keep this from moving. Experience has taught me that even the slightest bump will cause an entire row of onions to fall down. No bueno, not good. So we'll take some screws, and we'll screw in on each end to keep these from moving anywhere. Hopefully, because of the number of onions that we've got, we will have enough of a space for us to set all of these onions. We'll set this up on a tripod, and again, the lighting is not the best. I'm inside my shed. I do have lighting for it, but I don't have the electricity pulled back yet. And again, you'll just have to excuse that. But hopefully, it will just give you an idea of how you might be able to do this. So let's go ahead and get the onions set. We'll let these cure for about 2 weeks or so. I'll probably run some electricity out to the shed here. I have a ship to shore exterior plug that ends up running all of my lights and all of my plugs until I get our electricity pulled back to the shed. We ended up with 110 onions. Now, we do have a few more onions left out, if you remember, in our garlic bed. They're not gonna be as big, but they're still going to help with what we need. And we'll talk about how we end up preserving these and storing these later on. But again, we'll let these sit here for 2 weeks, come back out and check them during that 2 weeks and at the end of the 2 weeks and see if we need to let them cure a little bit longer. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. If you would like to know when a new video comes out, hit the little bell button. And as always, you have a blessed day.